Well, Pippi, we've had something arrive in the mail today, so we're going to do a very first unboxing. I usually don't do unboxing videos because stuff arrives at work and I just open it up, but this just arrived at my work and I've come home for lunch and I thought I would unbox this. Pretty sure I know what it is, but it's arrived a little earlier than I would have thought, so I'll open it up and see if it is what I think it is. And it should be a pretty cool package. So let me just put this tag here. It is the new Watchmen Collector's Edition on Blu-ray. Now this comes with, you can see here, the characters from the movie, the actors, and the lenticular cover turns them into the comic book versions of themselves. It's showing up pretty well. So it's a pretty nice little package. Let's move this up. I wasn't sure if this was going to be here because it was. I pre-ordered this, and They Live, and this got sent 6 days apart, but. They Live arrived in the mail yesterday, and this arrived in the mail today. So this one was either very quick or this one was very slow. Either way, we're going to look at the Watchmen Collector's Edition Blu-ray. So just let me get some scissors and I'll get this glad wrap off. I did have the director's cut on Blu-ray and the ultimate cut on DVD previously, so from all reviews, the director's cut Blu-ray quality is pretty much the same as the Ultimate Edition. I sold those to get this because when I watched the director's cut, the only thing it had extra was, as far as extras go, was the picture-in-picture commentary, which I don't know. I just prefer normal commentaries. But when I was watching the director's cut, I would just think, oh, I'd rather just be watching the ultimate cut. I'd rather have those Black Friday parts put back into the ultimate cut. For those who don't know, the film came out theatrically with a fairly butchered version to get the time down, a studio imposed butchered version because it was quite a long film to get the time down. And then the director's cut came out with the minutes reinstated that was supposed to go to the cinema, and it's a much better film. Seeing it at the theatre, I liked the visuals and I liked the ideas, but it just seemed very rushed. The director's cut really fleshed that out much better, but the ultimate cut adds in these animated sequences, which were sort of a story within a story that were in the graphic novel. They were put into this ultimate cut edition. You can get the Black Friday separately, but it doesn't really hold much interest in just watching it by itself. But when it's put back into the movie itself, it really is the full experience, and that's the one I like to watch. So now it's the only one I'm going to have, well, other than the DVD version of the theatrical version that's going to be in here, which I doubt I'll ever watch. But so what we have here is we take that off. This is a little. I keep all these cards, but it's just a little wraparound card with all the information on the back. It's always funny they have all the information on here on the back, but it's not on the actual package because it's not like you're going to have this on the shelf with your package. But so let me read this. The Ultimate Cut and Original Graphic Novel in one complete set. The 4-disc collector's set with special lenticular packaging, which we already looked at. And it includes Watchmen, the Ultimate Cut. The high-def version integrates the animated Tales of Black Friday into the director's cut of the film, includes 2 commentaries by director Zack Snyder and graphic novel co-creator, illustrator David Gibbons. And I've already watched those when I had the Ultimate Cut on DVD. The high-def bonus features for that are over 2 hours of content. We have 11 video journals, 4 featurettes, The Phenomenon, the comic that changed comics, Real Superheroes, Real Vigilantes, Mechanics, Technology of the Fantastic World, and Story Within a Story, The Books of Watchmen. Also a My Chemical Romance Desolation Row music video, which will not be watched. And Under the Hood, a retrospective look at the biography by Hollis Mason. That's a nice sort of. There was another little sub-story in the graphic novel which showed sort of backstory of the original Night Owl, and they made an extra little feature for that. It's pretty cool, but wouldn't really would really slow down the film quite a bit. So it's just a little extra you can watch. From memory, it's just under 30 minutes. Also the Watchmen motion comic, which I had with the DVD set of this when it came out at the time, and now I have it on Blu-ray. It's the entire graphic novel in 12 chapters with limited motion and voice and sound. Some people don't like motion comics. I quite like them. I like this one quite a bit. It's especially just the comic, and it's just animated slightly. They move the frames and they add music and voices. There's no speech bubbles. It's just the voices voiced over. I think this one was, if I remember correctly, was voiced just by one person doing all the voices and the narration. And then the original theatrical cut on DVD. And then there's the graphic novel, one of the most influential graphic novels of all time. DC Comics' first ever hardcover edition of the classic work. Contains high quality restored pages found in Watchmen, the Absolute Edition restored by Wildstorm FX, the original series colorist John Higgins, as well as selected bonus sketch material. So we'll have a look at all that. That's just what I was reading there. Okay, let's see how this opens up. Oh, I see. So it opens up like this. Got some sort of black Freighter artwork there, if you can see that. And you've got a little tag so you can lift this out. So this is the graphic novel, which actually I've never owned the graphic novel. I've read it before, but I've never owned it now. I was always going to buy it, and it's nice I can have it on the hardcover edition, and it tucks away nicely with this. Let me just I'm going to put those scissors. Okay. So it's just, it's the classic graphic novel. It's going to be great to go through this again. I haven't read it for a couple of years. So it is just what you would think it would be. And it has some extra stuff at the back. This is like a great edition. It has so much stuff. So I'm very pleased to have that. We have the Watchmen ultraviolet code. I don't really go in for all that. We have the Watchmen Collector's Edition packaging here. So this is pretty cool. It's kind of different from the one that they released, when they first released the Ultimate Cut on Blu-ray and DVD ages ago, which have been unable to get for a long time, except for on eBay for ridiculous prices. So you've got it on 4 discs here. Watchmen Ultimate Cut Blu-ray, Watchmen Blu-ray Special Features, and theatrical cut on DVD, and then the Blu-ray of the complete motion comic. Artwork on the back. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's a really nice set. Look forward to revisiting. I really like the movie, especially the directors and Ultimate Cuts. It's some people criticize it for some of the changes that were made. It was pretty faithful to the graphic novel and all. And the main change, one of the big changes that gets criticized, I guess, is the way the ending was changed. But the ending is thematically solid to the graphic novel. It's just, and I actually think the movie did a better job of tying the ending in a more circular fashion with the rest of the story. So, but it still definitely kept the whole theme of everything involved. Okay, well that's it. Watchmen Collector's Edition and the collection.